Hey y'all, it's your host Tori Kruse. Welcome to Talk Y'all to Me, your red carpet insider, your friend behind the mic, and the girl behind the scenes connecting fans, artists, and stories that matter. Most of all, a lover of real, honest conversations. Here on Talk Y'all to Me, we pull back the curtain with country artists, industry insiders, faith-forward creators, and everyday leaders, talking about what it really takes to show up, lead with heart, and stay true to you. So whether you're figuring it out, think you've already got it figured out, or if you're just here to learn from the best and keep a pulse on the country scene, this is your spot. So lean in, turn it up, and let's talk, y'all. Hey y'all, welcome back to Talk Y'all to Me. I'm Tori Kruse, and today's guest is fresh off the TV series The Road on CBS and Paramount Plus. Y'all, I am so excited to have her on the show. She comes from a military family. She's 25 years old, and you would never guess by her vocals. She is a powerhouse. She has a modern edge, but a little bold to her music. She's an exceptional storyteller, and she has opened for some legends like Willie Nelson, Florida Georgia Line, and Billy Currington, just to name a few. And I must welcome our special guest, Cassidy Daniels. Welcome to the show.
Hey, girl. Hey. Oh, my gosh. So sweet. What an intro.
I feel like I already know you because I've been doing these road recaps for so many weeks. And I just congratulations is in order on The Road, girl. You were top 3. And you played there at the finale at the Ryman. What was that experience like for you?
Gosh, I mean, you couldn't ask for a more iconic venue to play other than maybe the Opry Circle, but even then, the Ryman's like the mother church is where it all started. It's definitely like super haunted. I loved it. Like, it was just such a cool experience being backstage. And then really like the craziest part of all that was being backstage fixing to play the Ryman for the first time. And like, you're sitting there chatting with like Blake Shelton and Gretchen Wilson and Keith Urban. It's like surreal. And Taylor Sheridan. I mean, it's just, it doesn't feel real, but there's literally proof of it happening on TV. So I guess I'll always remember it.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it was so cool just to watch you in each city. And every time when I was doing these Tori tastes, I was like, holy crap, here she comes again. Like, your vocals are so powerful. But the thing that I love most is that you just have like real, raw, honest, relatable storytelling. Where did that storytelling come from?
Well, I mean, if y'all can't tell by now, I'm a yapper. Like, I like to yap. But before that, I've always been a writer, and before that I was always a big reader too. Like, I think it's in my Appalachian roots to be a sucker for a good story, because back in the olden days we didn't have TVs, we didn't have radios for a hot minute in the mountains, so people told stories to entertain themselves, and that rings so true in my family, and I guess it's just passed down to generations, and I learned how to make mine rhyme and put it to music, so it's just, I guess, a cultural thing for me.
When was that moment for you where it switched from just normal storytelling to then putting it in music?
I think, I've been singing since before I can talk, like I didn't even know what I was saying, and I'd be singing Redneck Woman in my car seat. And my mom loved the hell yeah part. I don't know. I guess I just always knew that I wanted to sing, and I always wanted to make noise and make music. And I guess as soon as I learned how to talk, it seemed like the only natural thing to do was just marry them together.
Now, when did you move to Nashville? How old were you?
I was 16 or 17, I think. I think I was 17. And I moved by myself from Florida. That was my first big girl move. And yeah.
What inspired that move? I mean, that is such a young age to just get up and move to Music City, pursue a dream. Like, where did this all stem from to chase this dream?
Well, I knew that, I think I was a lot smarter and had a lot more sense when I was younger, honestly. I kind of knew this, not to like dampen anything, but us girls don't have as much time as guys to make it in a cut through industry like music or entertainment. We have limited time slots in which, we're in our prime, and I felt that from a very young age because of Taylor Swift. You know, Taylor Swift made it like super, super young. And, you know, I remember turning 16 and being like, oh, I should have a record out by now. Like, it's always in my head. And looking back now, you know, I sound crazy. But back then I knew that if I wanted to move to Nashville and I wanted to have a fighting chance, you know, without rich parents or, you know, a daddy that works at a record label, I knew I was going to have to work for every bit of help that I got. So I decided I better start early or I'll miss the train. And thank God that I did, you know, because things changed in the music industry climate wise real quick after I got to town, and the pendulum swung the whole other way and back again. And I'm just trying to keep up.
Hey y'all, quick pause for something important. If you're connecting with this conversation, you will love my new book, Unexpected. It's filled with the stories, lessons, and mindset shifts that helped me grow through some of the toughest and, quite frankly, most unexpected seasons of my life. My hope is that it inspires you to keep going even when the path doesn't look the way you imagined. You can get your copy now at torikruse.com. Now, let's jump back into the episode. Paint that picture for us of those first couple years when you got to town. What did that look like? What was your day-to-day like? What was the energy and the excitement around it?
Oh my gosh. I love this question actually, because I reminisce on it all the time. And I wonder why I get bored so easily and can't relax. So when I moved to town, I got a couple jobs. You know, I worked at Ulta Beauty. I was a retail girly. I worked at Victoria's Secret, and I worked at Gigi's Cupcakes. I had the 3 girliest jobs ever. And like, y'all know me, I'm like a country girl. It's just so funny. So I would work, at the bakery from like 7 a.m. to like, or I'd work the early shift and go in like 5 a.m. to 8 or 9. And then I'd go right at 11. And then I'd go work my retail job in the evening. And then after that, I'd go play 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Broadway. And I'd get up and do it the next day. And I'd just interchange, you know, writing songs and my other 3 jobs, whatever I had at the time, and playing on Broadway, because I knew I had to write songs and I knew I had to get out and play the songs. And then I knew I had to have money to tour whenever I wanted to go play shows. So, I mean, I went on, the first time it changed for me is I went on the road, like the actual road, not the show. And I made more money in one weekend than I made all month at all 3 of my jobs. And I was like, all right, let's switch gears here. So that's really how I started being out on the road, you know, every day. You know, it was crazy.
Wow, that had to be quite the transition too for
It was.
all those jobs. Like, I think of more what happened in your mind, because just functioning from like 3 jobs every single day, the mindset behind that, and then you went on the road. Were you opening for one of the bigger performers?
I wish. No, I was roughing it in the dive bars all up and down the East Coast. You know, if anybody's learned how to cut my teeth, it's me, because I've literally played every crusty, dusty dive bar that would let me set foot on their stage, you know. And I knew that it was just, I had to get my chops up, for, you know, when those big slots came about. You know, the opening slots and the support slots were very few and far between. So I wanted to make sure that I had enough reps in to be able to be my best when that time came. And honestly, I couldn't have done it without playing those dive bars, you know, from the start. It really taught me how to be a better showman. If you can command an audience in a dusty dive bar with nobody paying attention, you can command an audience anywhere.
Wow, gosh, you have so much grit. I love it.
Oh,
I'm so here for this. I just love it. It fires me up. I get motivated just hearing you.
I love that. Thank you.
But where does that grit come from?
Oh my God, my mom and dad for sure. Everybody in my whole family is like super heroic. My dad's literally like a special forces army, like war hero. And my mom was a sex crimes detective. You know, I grew up quick just growing up in an active duty military family, because we had to move so much and your dad was deployed, you know, for a year at a time, sometimes more. And, you know, I saw early on, you know, what it takes to put food on the table and to have the things that we needed growing up. We always had what we needed because my parents have grit. So that's where that comes from with me.
They sure passed it down. And
Oh yeah.
day in and out, you have to have grit to make it in this industry. And just your songwriting, the way that you perform, I couldn't believe it. Even, when we were watching The Road, I think one of the greatest parts of the whole show was the fact of every single time you got up on stage, Keith Urban would be like, whoever was there with them that day, he was like, do you know she's only 25? But it's so true because like if you close your eyes and you don't look at you or anything, like you would have no clue. You would think that because your voice is so mature, it's so powerful, it's so bold. And it like you have some pipes on you when you go for it. I just like I lost it every time. I'm like, here she goes again. And it's just your voice is so unique.
Thank you.
I absolutely I admire you for that. I admire you for your grit. I'm curious what's coming up for you.
Okay, I'm so glad that you asked. So, speaking of Taylor Sheridan, I've got some appearances in the new Dutton Ranch spinoff of Yellowstone. It's the Beth and Rip spinoff that's happening, and I'm on a couple episodes there, so y'all see my big old head coming up in the spring. And then I'm actually headed out to LA next week to go record my record at Red Bull Studios. John Osborne's producing me because he saw me, at the road at that first night in Nashville. And we got to writing, got to talking, and he was like, do you have a producer? And I was like, do you want to be? And yeah, he's took me on, and we're making a whole record. And that's happening like literally next week in LA, thanks to Red Bull. And I don't know. A lot of things are coming in the works for me, like industry wise and business wise, I guess, in the small little circle town in Nashville. But I'm just most excited about the shows that we're going to get to play. I've got Hondo Rodeo in New Orleans coming up in April, which is going to be so fun. And just, all these little festivals. That's why I do this, just to be on stage and perform for people. So that's what I'm waiting on, in the spring and summer. It's over. I'm out of here.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sure fans are so excited to see you everywhere. I cannot wait to see you perform in all these places and see on a couple of those, the series they're coming out, and just, you have a lot of exciting things coming up. How do you balance all of this? And just when times get tough, how do you keep your mind focused on the wins?
I say a prayer and take my meds, girl. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I thankfully have a really, really good support system. My family is amazing with me, and my management and the friends that I've chosen to be like my small little industry circle. They're the best ever. I think I'm a firm believer in if you surround yourself with good people, nothing bad can come of it. So, I mean, thankfully I've got some of the best people in my corner, and they really make my job easy. I show up and I sing pretty, and that's all I got to do.
Well, we can't wait to hear you sing more. And again, congratulations on The Road. Is there anything that you would like to say to your fans of one of these shows coming up? Is there something that you're most excited for? Maybe something completely unexpected that they can look forward to?
I'm just so excited for y'all to finally see me with a full band setting. Like, I feel like I've played like little acoustic shows and like broke down acoustic shows forever. And I'm finally so excited to let y'all see the full band finally. But more than anything, I'm just excited to see people that love live music. Like, I'm so excited to step out on a stage barefooted and sing my heart out and entertain people, and hopefully help them forget their worries for a little while. And yeah, they may be excited to see me, but I'm probably more excited to see them.
Amen. Well, I love your hippie style too. You got like the hippie modern edge, bolo, country vibe. I mean, just like you have this relatable feel to you that I know fans just connect with. Of course, obviously, I mean, look at all those cities that you toured here on the show even, and seeing the fans' reactions and everything too. It's pretty cool. And girl, God's got a lot in store for you this year, and I will be cheering for you. I know the fans are excited to see you at all of these places, and I just appreciate you coming on. I love your heart. I love your humor, and just for coming on Talk Y'all to me. This is really cool to actually get to meet you finally.
Yes, girl, thank you. Likewise.
Face.
Mm-hmm. I know. I appreciated you so much on the road. Every week I'd be like, where's my Tori take? I'd be like, where's it at?
Those were so fun. I mean, once the show was over, it was a little sad. I'm like, shoot. Now
Dude, I'm still sad.
To.
Yeah, I'm still sad. I ain't posted nothing. I'm like, damn, people might think I'm dead or something. I gotta post something.
Hey, you're going to be posting a lot here coming up.
Oh, yeah, you ain't lying.
Well, girl, thanks so much for joining us on Talk Y'all to Me. It's been so much fun just talk with you and chat with you. Stay warm over there in Nashville. And we will definitely be seeing you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to Talk Y'all to Me. If this episode encouraged you or reminded you of your calling, share it with someone who needs that same reminder today. Hit the follow button to subscribe so you don't miss what's next, and come hang out with me on social at official Tori Kruse. Keep shining, stay faithful, and keep talking, y'all.